Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Wednesday, May the 24th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. This is the address to get in, and the room is open between 9 and I'll say up to 4 p.m. I have been closing it at around 3:30 every day, though. That's when I'm live on the mic between 9 and 3:30, and I do share my screen all day long, and no strings attached. It is a completely 100% free room. All right, you don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to join us every single day. All right, really, let me just close out my Skype here. Probably only one stock really for me to talk about. I will talk about some other ones, but this one was awesome for me. I don't know how many other people were able to get it. This is the pre-market activity in this INO, and this is just after 8 o'clock. It's right at 8 o'clock. Now, I'm on the West Coast, and this is a sort of an aside. We had a tremendous windstorm in Vancouver last night and basically kept me awake most of the night, tossing and turning. I usually get up at about 4:45, and that again is West Coast time, and do my pre-market preparation and all that. So so let's say 4:45. So let's say 7:45 Eastern time. So uh, by 8:45, I'm ready to open the room. Anyway, bottom line is this: is that I woke up my time 4:15. Said, oh, okay, might as well get up. And started watching, and look what happened here. This INO just popped in here just about 8 o'clock. Now, this is a low floater. Well, actually, it's not a super low floater. It's 68 million in the float, so it's not a super low floater. But what was amazing, not amazing, but what caught my eye was the headline. And it basically, it is an HIV, I don't want to call it a drug. I don't even know if it's a treatment. But it said 100, almost 100% effective. It was almost 100% effective. Now, I read through the press release as best I could. I didn't see it was phase one, phase two, phase three. However, I just thought that headline would be eye-catching enough that I couldn't resist taking some. So, bottom line is that I got in right here at 866. I took some out at 10:50. I took some more out at 11:50, and then on the way down, I took some the balance out at 10:60. So that was a really, and maybe reality is setting in. Whether or not this is going to be available on the market within the next 10 years, who knows? But the bottom line is that there are some headlines which are worth reading, and I just felt that this one. I thought that once the people would see that headline, and even if it's just, I hate to call it like a pump and dump, but people will just read that headline, 100% effective rate, almost 100% effective rate for whatever they're doing with HIV. So anyway, that's the long and the short of it. And of course, I rarely trade in the pre-market, but I just had to do this one, and it worked out spectacularly well. So now, what else happened? Sorrel. Sorrel, unfortunately, this was a interesting on the 5. It colors everything. So this was a Holly alert at 8:29. I got into it at 8:30. Let me just grab see where the actual alert was. So here it was on this candle. All right. So there's the blue arrow. There's the candle. Got into it at 8:34, sold some up here, and then sold some on. Actually, took a small loss on as it came down. So I was basically flat on the trade, and then look what it did right after that. And I mean, what a fantastic! And I just kind of took my eye off it. One of the things I know that we're going to be doing again, not again, but for the first time, is sort of resetting the Holly alerts automatically. So the fact that this went all the way down here, and Holly got stopped out for actually a 20-cent loss. Excuse me, but as it comes back up, I believe that we'll get another alert on it automatically. Now, yes, I could have put the price alert myself, but a lot happens for me, especially. I'm doing a lot of there's a lot of activity for me happening, and for most people. I shouldn't, not just me, but at the beginning of the day, this is in the first 10 minutes, and there's some wild action happening. So I think what the plan is to sort of reset that alert automatically so that it will trigger again. So you won't miss it because you're busy doing other things. So anyway, that was just too bad. Now the other one that worked though was an DLTR, and this one is from a new strategy. Let me just grab it here. And it's called No Fear, Short Here. And I mean, look what happened. I mean, that was a beautiful collapse. This was on earnings. Actually, earnings tomorrow, I believe, for Dollar Tree. Tomorrow before the market opens. I ended up taking the short. The trigger was at 78.35. So on that candle, you can see right there 78.35 on the y-axis. I ended up taking the short as it broke down underneath the whole number, so basically right there, and took some out at 70 and then wrote it down as best I could. Got out some at 77.15 and then on the bounce up 77.22. So really, really nice, nice short on this new strategy that has been optimized for Holly. What else happened? ADXS. That was an interesting one. It was another one from Holly. And here was the alert at 896. I waited for the break over the whole number. I actually traded this one twice. I got in at I got in at 909. So I like to wait for the whole number break. So again, this is a Holly alert. Got in at 909. Took some out at 920 and 925, and then on the way down, basically flat. So, and then I waited. Actually, it was on this candle. I'm sorry, it was around here, and then I got back into it. I got in at 938. And the reason is, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here. This is the 200-day moving average. That line right there is a 200-day moving average. So, kind of waited to see if it could, if I wanted to take it out. And so on this candle, look at this candle. These are 5-minute candles. And this candle here was trying to make up its mind. And then I thought, okay, looks like it wants to. So I took the trade again at 938, right here. Had a nice pop all the way up to 955. I took some out at 950 and then basically got out flat 938. So, it worked out okay. On the daily chart, there was room all the way up to 10, which is one of the reasons why I thought if it could break the 200-day moving average, it might have more of a move in it. But anyway, what else today? A little short on Trox that didn't work for me originally. This one, not too bad. CTLT. Coming back actually. Take a look at this on the daily chart. And this is an all-time high right here, so there was no resistance, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to take it. And it showed up on the high count. All right? Showed up on the high count, and it's just snuck in at the 33. My minimum filter for the count has to be 33. So in other words, any stock has to make at least 33 new highs or 33 new lows for it to pass that filter. And it just snuck in right about, back to the 5-minute, right about here at 33.29. I ended up taking the trade right here at 31. Right about here at 31. I actually took it right here and it started moving down on me, but I held on to it. And then it moved up nicely. I got rid of some at 35.42, and then the balance as it moved down for about, I think it was 12 cents on the second part. So it is starting to move back again, and I have to make a decision. If it takes out that high, I may have to get back in. FOMC is at 2 o'clock today. I'm about 22 minutes away from that. And we'll see what happens once the minutes are out there, and see if this one wants to rip through that high. And I may take it. It may even be a swing trade. I have to make up my mind. Again, this is an all-time high. So anyway, and really the bottom line is that once I had made my INO trade, that was kind of it for me. I mean, it was going to be very hard to top something that moved this quickly, and in such a dramatic fashion. I mean, that was within 15 minutes, and my day was basically done. All right, everybody. So I want to get back into the room. It's 1:37 right now, so the FOMC 2 o'clock. Get back in the room. Plenty of time for that. Again, here's how to get into the room, and the room is open at 9 o'clock on the mic. Usually open about quarter to 9. That's when I start sharing my screen, quarter to 9, between quarter and 10 to 9 Eastern Time, and get live on the mic at 9. So I hope to see you. Have a great evening, and I hope to see you